You weren't born doubting yourself. You didn't come here thinking you weren't enough. That voice in your head, the one that questions everything you do, that whispers you'll fail, you're not ready, who do you think you are? That voice is not you. It was trained into you by a system that needed you to stay small, obedient, and unsure. Because if you trusted yourself, you wouldn't need them. This episode is about self-doubt, where it comes from, why it was planted in you, and how to finally silence the voice that never belonged to you. Let's begin. As a child, you didn't hesitate. You moved without overthinking. You asked questions. You followed curiosity, not fear. But very early, you were taught to second-guess yourself, taught to look for permission, taught to be careful, taught to wait for approval. And each time you followed your gut and were told you were wrong, that voice got a little quieter, until one day, you stopped trusting it at all. Self-doubt was never about protecting you. It was about controlling you. Because people who trust themselves are hard to manipulate, so they trained you to need advice, to need grades, to need authority, to doubt your instinct and wait to be told what's right. It started in school. It was reinforced in religion. It was echoed in your home. And now it lives in your head, disguised as your own voice. But it's not yours. Think about it. A confident person doesn't overconsume. A grounded person doesn't need constant reassurance. A self-trusting person doesn't beg to belong. That's bad for business, bad for control. So you were trained to think, don't speak yet. Wait until it's perfect. Maybe they won't like it. Better not try at all. And you thought this voice was being wise. But it was just fear, wearing the mask of logic. And it has cost you more than you know. How many times have you said no when your heart screamed yes? How many ideas did you kill before they ever lived? How many versions of yourself have you abandoned just to stay acceptable? Self-doubt doesn't just slow you down. It separates you from yourself. It makes you outsource your worth. It makes you betray your intuition. It keeps you living small, not because you are, but because you've been convinced you are. And the worst part? You've learned to do it to yourself. Here's the truth. That voice that says you're not ready is lying. The hesitation, the fear, the anxiety, they aren't signs that you're wrong. They're signs that you're stepping out of the cage of needing to be perfect, of needing to be right, of needing to be liked. You don't need to kill self-doubt. You just need to stop obeying it. Let it speak, but move anyway, because the part of you that knows is deeper than the part of you that fears. You were born with a compass. It's still there, buried under years of be careful, of play it safe, of don't mess up. But beneath that noise is something steady, quiet, unshaken. That's you, the real you. You don't need their approval to act. You don't need permission to rise. You don't need to be perfect to begin. You just need to trust what you already know, because you've always known. They trained you to doubt yourself, so you'd never leave the system. But now, you see the system for what it is. Self-doubt is not your truth. It's your training. And it ends when you say it does. So speak your truth. Move toward your calling. Take the leap they said you weren't ready for. Because you've been ready. You've just been waiting to stop waiting. Until next time, stay awake, stay bold, and trust yourself again.